Hello, it's Saturday. I'm heading for breakfast. I don't remember the name of the place, but it's supposed to be good.
When it comes to breakfast, that's when the struggle of indecision come to my life. I had a lemon French toast with Greek yogurt and berries on top, all because I had to ask the waitress if she could suggest me something, but I was not disappointed. Following the unbelievably good food, I opened my journal and took some notes on how I was feeling. Being it the last day in Vienna, I wanted to make the most out of it. The weather wasn't on my side, but I still managed to see everything I wrote down on my list. Most of you people won't recognize it, but it's the second time I passed by a graffiti made by an Italian artist in cities out of my country. The signature sign is the word ama, which means to love in Italian. On top of my list, in this little district of Vienna, I stopped at the Kunst haus, Wien. Built and designed by the artist and architect Hundertwasser himself, the building holds space for a big collection of paintings, photo exhibitions, and as you can see, it's a piece of art on its own. Designed with an irregular structure, the exterior also reflects how playful its style is. Pales in different colors, paint, colored window frames. I wish I had time to visit it, but because I only had one day, I decided to visit just one full museum to see as many things I could before leaving. Same goes with the hundertwasserhaus. No straight lines, just a clash of materials, bright colors and irregular shapes. Not open to the public, now it's just a residential building. In front of it though, there's the possibility to visit the village. Vienna, in my opinion, holds the best residential buildings in the city I visited so far. Everything is clean and pretty, and being it a city that thrived during the Art Nouveau, a lot of buildings ended up being heavily influenced by the style.
Last one was really disappointing. It was way smaller than I thought it would be, and it was just empty. So I didn't visit it, but now I'm going to the secession building. Let's see.
Another architecture I was waiting to see in real life was the majolikahaus. Designed by Otto Wagner, the house showed its beauty thanks to the colorful grass details on the facade. Pink, green and blue flowers curls up until the roof, giving motion and vibrance to the whole building. Remembering art lessons from high school, the tiles do in fact act as a textile curtain that covers the building. Right when it was lunchtime, I entered the Belvedere gardens. The weather was not the best and I didn't have an umbrella with me, so I just stayed long enough to not get caught by the rain. Lunch review. then moved on to the Albertina Museum. When I searched for museums in the city, I firstly tried to book the Kunst Forum, but unfortunately fully booked for the entire month of July. I had to switch. And I chose this one because I read Monet in between the exhibitions and I couldn't say no. Starting from the bottom, the first floor contains a collection by the artist Eva Berezin. Her poetry spoke from emotions, fears and desires, breaking barriers between ego and solving those blocks we often set because of trauma. And she does that by exposing her nudity and poetic self to the whole world to see. Moving on, the best discovery of the trip, the photography of Gregory Crutzen. Unfortunately for you guys, won't completely get how the light, shadows and scenery evoke, because my camera films in warm tones and I tried to color correct, but I could do it only to an extent. Besides that, it does a really amazing job setting the scenes, giving the poses and backgrounds a mundane but also dreamy accent. He's able to convey emotions, playing with light, dark, colors and mostly shadows, like they're out of a movie segment. On the last floor, we can find my favorites, from the soft and warm nature of Monet to the pointillism, the pink and blue dots of Signac. And I could possibly have found him again, my new favorite artist. Lastly, some works from Picasso. Tired and ready to have dinner, I got to the bus and headed to get myself a nice burger. Once back, I packed my things and enjoyed some rest watching the boys. Early in the morning, the next day, I left Vienna with a smile and a promise to come back sooner or later. Thank you for joining me in this trip. See you next week.